Why are we in New Street, Phil?
Well, I thought it was just the right place to just recap what we've talked about. We've covered the first 5 months of the Civil War in Plymouth, from August to December 1642. I thought I'd just recap and tell people what we've done so far and what's happening in Plymouth. When Jacob Astley left Plymouth in the summer of 1642, the late summer, called by the king to join his army, Plymouth was left without a military governor. So there was a lot of uncertainty and confusion at this time. So the council, the mayor and the council, got together with displaced royalists who came to Plymouth and decided to declare for Parliament, like Exeter and many of the Devon towns. So they declared for Parliament. Within a few weeks, money had been allocated from Plymouth to reinforce the original inner town, or the inner wall up around Abringdon Street that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, and the big earth forts that went up on the high ground around North Road West, North Road East, Clifton Place and Mount Gould Road, what is today Mount Gould Road. We've just also talked about the front, the foreshore, the forts that went up there that protected us from the sea. So by the end of 1642, a lot was happening in Plymouth. Money had been collected. There were forts going up north of Plymouth. The inner line was being strengthened. Drake's Island was garrisoned by Sir Alexander Carew. There were other forts going up around Mount Wise House. Supplies were brought in, troops were brought in, troops were raised, horses were brought in, supplies from the South Hams and north of Plymouth were brought in. There was early skirmishing over at Millbrook, between Millbrook and Mernedgecombe. There was skirmishing over there. That was the early fighting. Our nearest enemy were in Cornwall. Sir Rolf Hopton had gathered an army and trained 3,500 men. And with this army, in late November 1642, he marched over the moors and came to Plympton and blockaded the town from east of the Plym. That was a threat. He didn't come towards Plymouth. He saw the forts going up. That put him off. So what happened then? Hopton decided to raise the Devon Royalists, to raise the posse in Modbury. So he called the Devon Royalists, Sir Edmund Seymour, Sir Edward Fortescue, Henry Champernowne, to raise their tenants to have a meeting in December 1642. Hopton sent some of his troops there to help him out. They got drunk. Plymouth, although defensive, decided to make an attack. So they took 300 cavalry north of Plymouth under Colonel William Ruthven, the new governor of Plymouth. He raided Modbury from the north and destroyed this assembly. Not many casualties. He burnt the Champernowne mansion and captured a lot of leading royalists at the time, one of the biggest bags of royalist prisoners, prominent royalists ever taken in a battle. It was more of a raid than a battle. It was over in minutes, and then he came back. Hopton decided to break the siege and go to Exeter. So at the end of 1642, Plymouth felt quite safe and confident.
Thank you once again.
That's all right, Steve.